much talent in the league. Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
Williams for three. The rebound by the Celtics. Back to White. The Celtics working the ball around now. And it's Brown missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Mavericks ball.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Williams. The rebound by Cato.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek Whitehorse converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of the shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver. Well, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Launches it. Rebounded by Gafford. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And stolen by White.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
Poked away. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Dallas ball.
Brown's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. The shot's good from Gafford.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Lets it go from 11. Again, the Mavericks score.
You know, it seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you.
Pass to Washington. No good on the 3. Celtics trail by 4. Queta, the pass to Pritchard. Brown outside. Boston again missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild or a build, it begins with young players. But inevitably, there comes a moment in time where you think, we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Pass to Gafford. In the corner, it's flat. Back to Gafford. Now, flag. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
This rookie flag is tough, willing to take contact on and convert through it. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Williams. The rebound by Cato.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Flag. It's rebounded by Walsh. Walsh has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's White. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Flag. Christie has the open look. Dallas again missing.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
The shot from 20 feet away. White with another miss.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Christie kicks to Williams. Back to Christie. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Pass to Washington. Here's Williams. Flag got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation.
Substitution on the court.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's Brown with the 3. That shot is off. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
We've got Chris Boucher. He's out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Tillman in at the center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Thompson misses. Celtics leading by 5. And Simons, here we go.
Speed kills, and Simons has plenty of it.
Here's Russell. Jacks up a 3. Tillman grabs the miss. And for the Celtics, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Hauser misses. Mavericks trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey guys, Derek Lively uses his mobility to his advantage. He said, quote, "I like to turn the game into a track meet because I can't out-muscle anybody. But I can definitely get around people, I can outrun them, and I have to be able to use my stamina and energy to get up and down as much as I can." Back over to you, Kevin.
Smart approach. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Here's Boucher. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 7-team trade in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility, salary-wise, and multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys. This is where things are headed.
Big moves indeed. All right, Shams, we appreciate the update. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in, and Jaylen Brown subbed in for Sam Hauser. Dallas also making some changes. Flag is checked in for Martin. Max Christie comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Williams in for Russell.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
What I like about Chris Boucher is he seems to understand what his team expects from him. They need him to guard, they need him to rebound, and they know how aggressive and assertive he is on the offensive end.
Pass to Garza. There's the triple. Boston again missing. Mavericks trail by 10, and Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
White, wide open, he fires. The shot's good, Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Williams. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Celtics leading by 10. For the 3. And it's Flagg with the rebound.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
To the inside. Wants to get it to Lively and does. And they pick up 2. Lively's got his first 2 points of the night.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Both teams will make substitutions. So here is Dallas. It's a 10-point game. Here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. White the pass to Brown. Back to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Out to the right wing. Here's Walsh. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Walsh has got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Brown right side. The 3. And again, Boston with the triple. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
You know, with Daniel Gafford, they have an element inside that a lot of teams are looking for.
Well, let's begin with his motive. Daniel Gafford wants to play hard and compete on every possession. He's a lob threat and a rim protector. Give me all of that. Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
Walsh can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 12. Williams looking over the floor. It's rebounded by Walsh. Walsh has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Brown, and it's Boston with another.
You see an illustration of how well Jaylen Brown understands their system. He's got great command of this offense.
Williams passes to Christie. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Assisted by
Williams has got 5 assists in the game. Celtics leading by 12. Brown outside. Here's Walsh. Buries the long-range jumper. Walsh has got 6 in the quarter.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Washington, that's good.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And stolen by White. Out to the right wing. That's a 2 from Pritchard. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Pritchard's got his 2nd basket of the night. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
And you know, he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Big man on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Max Christie out there with Williams. And it's Flagg in at the 3, the small forward. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Williams has got his first 2 points.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
And, Greg, we saw some turnover this summer on the Mavs training staff.
Yes, some talk of internal disagreements in that department. The importance of great teamwork in this league, not just limited to the players in the locker room. Emphatic finish by Cooper Flagg. Boy, is he intense.
You know, his selectiveness is worth mentioning here. This guy is not forcing shots, and yet he is cooking.
From 10 feet out, and it's Flagg missing. Celtics leading by 16. Brown dishes to White. And the 3 off target. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Doris, energy on both ends. Threes and defense. That's Max Christie in a nutshell.
The very prototypical Kevin 3-and-D player, but I think what I like about Max is there's room for growth. I think he can deck it and become a playmaker.
Hands it from downtown.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's White. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks trail by 15. Pass to Washington. Dallas moving it around. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Celtics. And White, the bucket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Washington kicks to Gafford. Gafford sets the pick for Flagg. Cranes the three-pointer. Flagg's got 5 points in the quarter.
Possessing great handles at that size. Flagg is very adept at breaking down the defense in that pick and roll. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Off target at the rim.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Boy, when you think about what Daniel Gafford brings to the floor, it's length, it's athleticism, it's the vertical threat at the rim. But for me, it's about grit and toughness, too.
Sam Hauser's checked in for Boston. The Mavericks also with a sub. Russell's checked in.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Walsh can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 10. Christie the pass to Williams. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Williams has got his second basket.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
A 3-ball. White, good. And the Celtics lead by 11.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Releases from 15, and it's Washington missing. The Celtics have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Wall, good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Boston making a switch here. Tillman's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Lively's checked in. Cranes it from beyond the arc. White's got 16 points.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Here's Christie. Dallas, no good that time either.
Boy, he was anticipating a little bit more defensive pressure, and that's one you think he's going to make.
Tillman passes to Pritchard. Right wing. Here's Walsh. No good from outside. Mavericks trail by 16. To the paint. Shot to stop the run. And then Washington with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's Christie. The rebound by the Celtics. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pritchard finds White. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good on the triple.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
And so here is Dallas, trailing by 17. And the foul called on Xavier Tillman. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Celtics making a change here. Garza's checked in.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for him. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Dallas with 17-point game. There's Brown with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Tipped away and stolen by Simon. And so it's Boston out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. You've got Anthony Simon. Sam Hauser is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Tillman in at the 5. That's the Boston 5.
And the precision passing of Russell. This time out of the pick and roll.
Hauser the pass to Brown. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Shots good by Boucher. And the Celtics lead by 18.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Put your hands together for something.
Boston making a switch here. Garza's checked in.
Number 52, Luka Garza.
Celtics leading by 18. From past the arc, drops in the tray.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
Simons against Russell. Thompson outside for 3. To the left side wing. And a wide open look for Flagg. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, Flagg can do it all. He can initiate, and he can beat you off the catch as well.
Mavericks trail by 18. Thompson passes to Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Brown, right side. Pass to Simons. Fires the three. Mavericks with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
D'Angelo Russell rises up and drops the hammer.
Celtics leading by 14. Tillman passes to Garza. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Russell. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Mavericks making a switch here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. P.J. Washington comes in for Najee Marshall. Max Christie, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Williams in for D'Angelo Russell. He drills the three.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Boston leading by 9. They can't stop the run with that one. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
You gotta have great confidence to take that shot. Flagg doesn't lack in.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
Thank you, Hallie. And now let's head over to the sideline for a report on Chris Boucher. So, Allie, what have you heard?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Celtics was able to update me on the situation. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Normally, this is an injury that would take a while to recover from, but they're saying he may be able to play on it. We'll be monitoring the situation and keep you updated.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Flag! White pulls it down. Celtics leading by 5. Here's Walsh. That's off. Deflects the pass. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Celtics making a switch here. Mars is checked in.
Number 52.
Mavericks trail by 5. Now Washington. Oh, the slam dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Dallas has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. A free pass leads him right to the rack.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Flag fires. Got it.
That is a big-time bucket by a big-time player. Cooper Flagg already building his legacy.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Peyton Pritchard buries the deep ball.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Mavericks. Washington's outside. Puts up a three. And it misses. And so they choose to intentionally foul. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Peyton Pritchard at the line.
And that trip coming up empty. Missing both. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Delivery on the high flag, proving he can be the guy in big moments.
Aggressive move in the painted area just makes some things happen.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
That's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And they go to the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. So he comes up empty at the line.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here. You have to love the tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continue.